Assalamu alaikum and welcome everybody to this particular video. What is high ticket sales? We're going to get right into it. What is high ticket sales? High ticket means selling high value products or services, typically ranging from 2K to 20K plus. What kind of businesses are you working with? Coaches, consultants, agencies, educational programs, SaaS software, even physical products, B2B software services as well. People don't buy high ticket offers instantly. This is very important to understand. They don't buy these things just adding to cart like you would do a low ticket item. Low ticket item is £20, £50. High ticket is 2K, 5K, 10K. So they have to get on a sales call. That's where salespeople come in. And why do businesses hire these reps? Scaling. A business owner has to do marketing, client fulfillment, sales calls, appointment setting. They have to do everything. But if they hire, now they can actually scale their business. They can just focus on marketing whilst all of the conversations, all of the calls are handled by a competent sales team, therefore generating them a lot more revenue. Because if, for example, the business owner only has 24 hours in a day. If they're taking 5-10 sales calls a day, they have no time for marketing. They have no time for themselves. They have no time for fulfillment. So they can't scale the business. But if they do have it, they can scale to the moon. So these are the types of jobs that are available. Closers for B2B marketing agency consulting offer 25K a month OTE, on track earning potential, which means that's what you can earn in this particular role. You're basically going to be taking inbound qualified booked calls. You're not doing cold calling, you're not doing marketing, you're not doing cold prospecting. This is nothing like a normal typical sales job. This is nothing like tech sales. It's nothing like any of those things. High ticket sales is a different beast in and of itself. So look at here. These people here, they're selling a mastermind product, right? So what does that mean? Basically like a coaching service, teaching people how to level up in their finances. So they do the marketing content that does the heavy lifting. The business does that. The business pays for the ads. The business does all of the videos to attract people into their funnel. Their offer attracts smart, open-minded and wealthy individuals. 5 highly qualified and filtered calls a day, 12 to 14% commission on cash collected, 40 to 60K on-track earnings per month on commission-only basis. Closers are consistently achieving this, okay? This is the potential that you can earn in this one particular offer. Now, obviously, just a caveat, to get to this type of offer, you need to be extremely good at the skills. You have to learn the sales skills from a qualified sales coach. You're not just going to get there yourself by watching a few random YouTube videos. Setter versus closer. These are two different roles. The setter creates the opportunity. They start conversations, they qualify and book qualified calls for the sales team. This is a screenshot of my business right now. You can see in the inbox 99 plus, right? There's so many messages. I'm the business owner. I post content. People like the content. People are interested in what I have to offer, right? I teach people how to get into high ticket sales. I teach people how to make money online. So people are asking questions. What's this about? How does it work? How much is it? And then you as a setter, you're just asking a few questions, seeing if they're qualified to get on a sales call. And then you book them on for a sales call. Once that sales call closes, that's how you get your commission. And then we move on to the closer. The setter would book the calls into the calendar of the closer. So you decide when you want to take these calls. You block off the parts that you can't do or that you want to be away doing something else. And then you take however many calls you can take. So here there's around 10 calls on the calendar. If I close 2 out of 10 calls, industry standards 20% close rate, that's 2 out of 10 that I've closed. This is a 5K package. That's $500 I've made. That's $1,000 that the closer has made because they're earning 10%. The setter is earning 5%. So that's $500 they've made. I'm just going to show you how people actually get interested into the funnel. So this is a big business guy here. He's got 6 million YouTube subscribers. His name is Ali Abdal. He's a big UK guy who teaches people how to get into business. So this is his funnel. A funnel is basically a buyer journey. They go through here, then they fill out an application. The closer only speaks to people who are actually interested, are qualified financially, and are the decision maker. Okay. So they ask these types of questions here. And then the person goes through all of these videos to understand everything about the service. Then and only then do they get on a closing call. And this is very different from any traditional sales job, tech sales job, very different. High ticket sales is a different beast. You speak with inbound pre-vetted leads who are pretty much 50 to 60% pre-sold, and you're closing those people. Way easier now. And then at the end, you receive a commission. Here, for example, we show the economics. So for example, a closer, they might get 100 book calls per month. That would obviously vary depending on the offer that they're on. Times 20% close rate. Let's say if they're just beginning. 5K average deal value, 10% commission. So £500 a day if they just get one sale, 1 out of 3 calls. Times 20 sales equals 10K a month. Okay. This is just an example. This is the potential that you can earn in this. Now it depends on your skill level. If you can close at 40%, 50%, you'll make more money. If you understand how to help businesses improve their sales process, improve the quality of their leads, you'll be able to get more higher quality book calls, a higher close rate as well. So you can make more money ultimately. This is essentially how the economics works for a closer and a setter. The last thing I want to show you is the high ticket sales career pathway. Just learning one skill and getting into this industry, and you can just learn the skill within the space of 1 to 3 months. You don't need to be a massive expert right away before you're earning a good amount of money. You can be an average closer and you can still earn a good amount of money. So beginner appointment setup, 2K to 3K a month, intermediate, 3K to 5K a month, superstar, 5K to 15K a month. This can all be done within 5 plus to 6 months. Beginner closer, 4 to 8 months. You can even start as a beginner closer as well if you really wanted to. Intermediate closer, 5K, 10K a month. Senior closer, 10K to 30K plus a month. I've seen senior closers even make 40, 60K as you saw in that job post, even upwards of that as well. Then you can become a sales manager, right, where you're building sales teams for businesses now and you're managing, hiring and training these sales reps, the setters and closers that you're bringing in. And you can get an override commission. So instead of just your 10% as a closer, you get 20% of the entire business, right, for doing all of those services. Then you can formalize that into a business by creating your own sales agency. This can all be done within 12 months. And we have had students that have done this within 12 months. Compare this to your 9 to 5. In your 9 to 5, within the next 12 months, do you even have the potential to make even 5K a month? But the majority of you would say no. So if that's the case, then why are you spending all of your time on it? Why don't you spend all of your time learning a skill where it's fully dependent on you and your work ethic and how far you get and how good you are at the skill, and develop that over the months until you get to these types of numbers?